And I apologize, Carla Sands. I just got myself wound up during the news and have been thinking about it. And it's not anything that Carla Sands said. It's what I said. So, Carla Sands, Republican candidate for Senate, welcome.
Thank you. What an intro. Insurrectionist. Absolutely. Our U.S. president and all those people that he's activating right now, all those Antifa people that are going to try to terrorize our cities and towns for the 2022 elections coming up in November, because you know it's coming.
Oh, yeah. And they're going to go to Catholic churches this Sunday, which is outrageous beyond the pale. And that's who we're against. That's why I'm so pleased that we have the bevy of great candidates running for offices like U.S. Senate here in Pennsylvania. You being among them.
You don't have another candidate like me. Nobody else actually worked for President Trump in his administration. Nobody else. Nobody else can be trusted to put Pennsylvania families first, right? I mean, I actually delivered on America First policies for almost 3.5 years. I'm the only person in this race that helped him get elected in 2016. Nobody else. I was there. And so people can count on me to take Pennsylvania first and vote Pennsylvania values and Pennsylvania faithfulness every day in Washington. And I'm not a squish like some of the other folks running. I mean, we know that Trump endorsed Oz, but the people haven't endorsed him, Bob. The people haven't endorsed him. There's still huge numbers of voters that are undecided. And we know that Oz doesn't share our values. I have it on tape. He's been public about it. We all have a public record, every single candidate. And he doesn't share our values with life, with the Second Amendment, with CRT, with transgender minors. And he even got schnookered by Jussie Smollett. I mean, who got schnookered that's listening to your program? They all saw that and went, yeah, we don't think so. But how can he counter Russia and China and stand up to, to the radicals in the Senate if he can get taken by somebody as bad as Jussie?
We're talking with Carla Sands, Republican candidate for the United States Senate here in Pennsylvania. There are a huge number of undecideds after a lot of campaigning, after a lot of advertising. What is the Carla Sands formula to bring them over to your side? Because I guess conventional knowledge would be that they would break in about the same way that the current polling would suggest. But tell us, what's your game plan there?
Well, I don't think people should believe the polls. First of all, there's been a lot of suppression of my campaign, especially by mainstream pollsters and media, because they don't want an America First candidate. They definitely want a squish that they can control. And so, and that has been the machine. The machine has been working against the America First candidate. I am the outsider. I'm the one who worked for President Trump. And in fact, I want to welcome him to my family's ancestral home, Greensburg, Pennsylvania, today. It was the honor of my lifetime to work for President Trump and do good things on behalf of all Americans as the U.S. ambassador to Denmark, Greenland, and the Faroe Islands. He's visiting Greensburg today, where my dear father was born and where my family has been from since the 1770s. And those ancestors actually fought in the American Revolution and fought in the Civil War and died in the Civil War. So I have heroes in my family, and this is our time, Republicans, to be heroes and save our great country, because Joe Biden and the left, they're Marxists, and their intention is to fundamentally change our country. Their war on our Pennsylvania energy and our Pennsylvania farmers is profound, and I'm going to work to increase our energy and to protect our farmers so that they have common sense regulation and kill all this Green New Deal regulation that they've been stuffing into these multi-trillion-dollar big bad bills. But I want to bring back manufacturing. And this is the moment for Pennsylvania to do a turnaround and to have opportunity so that every Pennsylvania family knows that their kids and their grandkids can get a great job and have a nice home and live the Pennsylvania dream and not have to move somewhere else to fulfill it.
Talking with Carla Sands, Republican candidate, one of the leading candidates for United States Senate, and the massive group of undecideds for this Senate race. I say because I think we have so many good candidates, you being among them, is there a way you can break out in these last 10 or so days?
Well, we have an unbelievable ground game of grassroots support. We also have our faith coalition with over 70 pastors and churches across the Commonwealth, and they have connected with others as well. So I think you're going to be very, very surprised on Election Day how well we're doing because of that grassroots support. And these are good people. These are working people. And we have a website, carlasands.com. We'd love to have you join our movement, carlasands.com. Sign up and volunteer because we need you, and I need your vote on May 17th. And for your listeners, when they're pumping their gas, I want them to think of Carla Sands for the Senate because I'm going to bring that price down. I'm a businesswoman. I'm a Christian. I'm a America First woman, and I'm a mom. I'm a hardworking Pennsylvania girl who will never let them down. And this isn't about me. This is about you. This is about you not being well served over the last 40 plus years. I'm going to turn this around and make this Pennsylvania be the powerhouse that it should be, that it's intended to be, but that leadership has not been strong and been really successful in leading Pennsylvania to the prosperity that we certainly should have with our incredible natural resources, with our incredible university system, and then our great health care. You know, if we look at it, we have this crippling inflation. We have the rise in murders in our towns and cities, the drug overdoses. We've got rioting that was here and is coming back. We know it, and the looting. We have the most expensive gas prices, especially for diesel ever. And then we have this unrelenting immigration, millions and millions of people, the Afghanistan debacle, which we lost 13 great Marines. We've got racial hatred being stoked by this Biden radical administration, food shortages, whoever thought we'd see it, the wars around the world because of the corrupt and compromised Biden leadership. We have economic collapse happening here. Look at the stock market, the stolen elections. You saw 2,000 mules. And then we've got this blind and dishonest partisanship regarding censorship and deplatforming, even of a sitting U.S. president and so many other conservatives that we know. And now the attack that you were just talking about on the conservative judges in the Supreme Court. Somebody has to pay. I will make the people responsible pay. I'll make sure that in the Senate we get indictments, prosecutions, we get convictions. People are held accountable. Incarcerations. Nobody has paid a price since 2016. Republicans have been held to account, but the crimes and mischief all the way through from 2016 on, nobody has been held to account. Who's going to protect and restore America and Americans, our rights, our constitutional rights, our rule of law? I will. And I think I'm the only conservative voice who's going to actually see through that we have real consequences for these, and I'll call them attacks on our republic and our Commonwealth.
Well, Carla Sands, thank you very much for being with us today, and you are welcome on any day up to Election Day, and then, of course, after that as well.
Thanks, Bob. It's great to talk to you and your listeners. carlasands.com. I'm asking for your vote on May 17th.
Very good, Carla Sands. Thank you so much for appearing, and we'll look forward to hearing from you again before Election Day. Bob Cordaro with you, WILK. We went over, but Carla has a lot to say. We'll be back.
Dr.